Yesterday we were talking about disappointment when I talked about the female goat of ours that we were looking forward to babies, and now we know they're not going to be here, but it was God's will. Today I want to talk about the source of disappointment. You know, disappointment takes place when we expect something, when we're anticipating something, and then it doesn't happen. Sometimes disappointment takes place because of a promise that a person has made and they don't fulfill it, or because maybe a job was not as fulfilling as we thought it was, or maybe somebody just didn't live up to what we expected them to do, and maybe they didn't promise in the first place. And sometimes, you know, people are even disappointed with Jesus. And you might say, how could you possibly be disappointed with Jesus? Jesus will never let you down, and that's true. The disappointment comes when we expect him to do something that he did not promise. I had a pastor friend one time, and he would walk around this huge property. He had a church near a farm, and he would walk around the farmer's field, and he was claiming it for his own because God told Abraham, every place that the sole of your feet shall set, I have given unto you. So he thought, well, every place the sole of my foot sets, God has given it unto me. And it was disappointing because God did not give him all that land that he walked around praying, because God never told him he would give him every place that the sole of his feet would set. He promised that to Abraham. And sometimes we're expecting God to do something that he did not promise. You know, it reminded me of an old hymn we used to sing, and it went like this: God has not promised skies always blue, but today it's rainy. I'm out here, it's drizzling and raining, and sometimes we would like to say, I like bright sunshine all the time. But God has not promised us skies always blue, flower-strewn pathways all our lives through. God has not promised sun without rain, joy without sorrow, or peace without pain. But God has promised strength for the day, rest for the labor, and light for the way, grace for the trials, help from above, unfailing sympathy, and undying love. That is what God has promised. He's promised to always love us regardless of what we go through. His love doesn't change. He has taken away our sins at the cross. He has given us his life, his righteousness. He has promised that we are his children. He does correct us as his children, but he's promised us grace for the trials, strength for the day. He's promised to carry us through. That we can count on, and we'll never be disappointed if we ask for God's will to be done in every part of our lives, and we follow his will, knowing what he has promised and what he hasn't. God will do the right thing for us, the thing that is best.